Hey, this is Amanda from the Fundamental Home. I'm here with Rick.
Hello.
And we have our good friends with us, Jake and Becky from White House on the Hill. You guys want to say hello?
Hi.
Hi.
And they are here, and we are going to talk today a little bit about celebrating the holidays on a budget. You know, we have older teenagers and they have young kids, and with different family styles, you know, we can all learn a little bit about how everybody's doing their holidays on a budget and share it with you, and hopefully it'll be a help and a blessing to you as you make some decisions to celebrate your holidays. So, Jake and Becky, White House on the Hill. How do you guys celebrate your holidays?
We do a lot of family stuff. I'm from a big family. I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and they're kind of all spread out. So on the holidays, that's pretty much the only time we get together. So we do a big meal and kind of just celebrate with food. And each one of us, especially around Christmas time, we always pick one dish and we make it for, you know, like me and Jake will make the main dish, probably this year. Since we've had turkeys, we'll probably make a turkey this year. And my sisters will make a dish, my brothers will bring a dish. So it's kind of fun. We kind of celebrate that way. And then we also pick names, since it's such a big family. So you just get one gift for one person instead of having to buy for everybody. And just goes, you know, it gets to be a little bit crazy. So that helps out with our budget. We can spend on one person instead of having to buy for everybody. So.
And that's Christmas. We also, besides hanging out with my family at Thanksgiving, that's what I'm really excited for this year. Besides loving the food, this was our first year growing turkeys. And so we raised our own turkeys, and we're actually going to be providing a 32-pound turkey for Becky's side of her family for them to present for the meal. So we're really excited to be able to provide that for the family this year.
I saw your turkey butchering video, and I was interested. You know, I'm super interested in that stuff. So I'm looking forward to the day that we can provide our own turkey. I think that's really great that you guys are doing that. So you guys, do your kids do the gift exchange too, or is it just the adults?
All the siblings and spouses are all part of the drawing for getting one other person. And then we all give the parents, it's optional, but we all typically give the parents a gift, her mom and dad. And then the kids, it's optional as well, but typically each couple will give
to the grandkids.
Yeah, the grandkids will each get a gift from everybody. So
there's only 3 of them, so it's not crazy. But we don't spend a whole lot on them because we know they're going to be getting a ton of gifts. So it's like one little thing that they can just enjoy type thing. So.
Yeah, the one other person we do a gift with, I think we usually cap it at about around 30 bucks. I think the kids, we usually keep it around
10, 20, yeah.
Yeah, about 20 bucks. And then the parents, it's a little bit, it's kind of whatever, wherever, because there's kids at different stages in life with their finances, so it's kind of the people that have a set job, they'll get them somebody that is still in school. I think they're all out of school now, but so they may get something a little less, but.
When our kids were younger, we know exactly what you're talking about because we filled under the tree thinking we had to fill under the tree. Yeah. And then
stressful.
My parents came over and bought a bunch of stuff, and then his parents bought a bunch of stuff, and then my dad bought something, and then my sister bought something, and like it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon before they were done opening presents, and they're like, "Do we have to open any more presents?"
Even that's overwhelming. Yeah.
Yes. So it's after that we just cut it down. We were like, this is crazy. So it's good that you guys are just like, okay, it would be too much. you're handling it really smart.
I think it's smart. Wise.
Do you guys have a budget on, or like as kids were growing up, what kind of budgets did you work with for Christmas?
Did we have a budget? Well, we had a certain amount that we had every year, and it fluctuated depending on circumstances. And some years it was bigger, and some year it was smaller. Now that everybody's older, I think in the past several years we've kind of settled on a pattern of about, I think, 5 small gifts, like small, less than. I think last year we spent $35 on the whole family. No, it was the year before. $35 on the whole family in total. So I think we spent under $35. For everyone in recent years, and we really just keep it very simple. I give the kids like, and of those 5, most of them are under $1. I wrote a blog post called it was something like 5 Christmas gifts are $1 or less.
Yeah.
So one of them was like a Wendy's key card,
Yeah,
the
I
Frosty
remember
key card, which was $1, but you get free Frosties all year. That's like one of their favorite gifts. We use that like crazy. And it goes to charity. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't beat that. And then they get a box of cereal because we don't buy cereal all year round. So we buy a box of cereal at Christmas. And so we just buy little things, but they appreciate it because
Yeah.
it's fun.
It
We
goes
make it
back
fun.
to that tradition thing. It's sometimes the nostalgia part of it is nicer than actually what you're getting. Because in all honesty, if everyone gets on the same page, it actually makes the holiday more enjoyable than stressing out about, getting something big for this one where you have to get something equally big for this one, and
Right.
no one can be left out. You get everybody on the same page, and then you just enjoy each other, and it's, oh, we're doing that again, oh, that's nice, and then, and then it becomes more of a celebration, I think. So to keep it simple.
So how do you guys balance the whole wanting to have fun and then wanting to stay on budget? Because you guys have young kids, and I know that when you have young kids, there's a lot of pressure to like
There
have
is.
this big Christmas thing
There is.
happening and like impress, like their eyes light up on Christmas morning. So how do you balance that with your budget?
We put up lights, we put up a tree. They know there's gifts coming, but they still don't know the concept of money, and they really don't know. They don't care how many gifts or what the gifts are. They still are infatuated with just boxes
Yeah.
in general. So
They're still so easy to please.
yeah.
And we do an advent calendar. And so we kind of add that in there, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That they get to open a little bit of like a box every single day until Christmas. And then we read a verse and kind of explain to them, the reason of the season and stuff. So instead of just on Christmas morning, they get a ton of presents. It's like a little bit each day. So it's not so, I guess, overwhelming on one day.
And they're spoiled by grandparents, so typically we can get them.
I don't know if we got him a present last year.
Yeah,
It's like,
sometimes we can get by with barely anything.
I go to
and
the dollar store, get them a little car, and they're super excited. Or I get them a glow stick. I mean, that excites our 4-year-old just to death. A glow stick, and I'm like, it's gonna last 2 days, but there
My
you go.
14-year-old would be thrilled with a glow stick.
And as far as activities, we try to find as many things we can do for free or that don't cost a lot. So recently we made a video. We went down to Kansas City and we tried to find all the free things we could do while we were down there, all the coolest things we could do for free. And so we'll go down, see the cool spots for lights. We really don't do a whole lot as far as going places that cost money. So we'll try to find things that either are really cheap or are free, that just are being around events with the season that we're in.
And I always like to make like a Christmas ornament or something from scratch, like just to kind of give them an activity type thing. I always like to incorporate it into, we're going to make this for grandparents or, different things. So I like to make our gifts too, so we're saving a little money on that too.
I love homemade Christmas gifts. It's like my favorite.
Absolutely.
And we did that with the kids too when they were young. And we did a lot of stuff with pictures, like we would put pictures in frames and things like that. But yeah, I think especially as they get older, the more we really try to do a lot of homemade things. And yeah, that's a good thing to start with when they're young. So since your children do have the gifts that they're getting from family and from you guys, how do you plan to teach them thankfulness? I know they're a little young now, but how do you guys work on that?
That was a hard one. I don't know.
Well, our 4-year-old, he's been really selfish up until we really have been pushing sharing. So he just seems like he's really, every time he eats a snack, it seems like he'll try to share something. So we're just getting him to be, he sees that we're pleased with him when he shares things. When he gives gifts, he's happy because then he just knows that it's provided. He's starting to learn those little steps of starting to see somebody else's reaction to things instead of just being selfish on their own gifts. But
I guess focusing on giving the gifts instead of what do you want to get. I've been all throughout the year, he's always finding stuff. If we'll go to the store, he's like, I want that, I want that. I'm like, well, put it on your Christmas list. Well, then I'm asking what he wants on his Christmas list, and he can't remember hardly any of it. But we need us to focus probably more on what do you want to get Dad? Or what, what would you like to give somebody instead of what do you want to receive? I guess that would be a better way to look at Christmas instead of what do you want to get for Christmas? What would you like to give? So
I think it's a really good plan. You guys focusing on positive reinforcement and focusing on. I like your specific idea of focusing on what you get for other people.
That's good.
I wish we'd have done that. That's one of those things, you look back and think, wow, we done that. Our kids are pretty thankful. I think we haven't done too bad a job. We really just try to set a good example. I think that was like our main tactic was to just be thankful. But and also I love, like I said, positive reinforcement because when I went to college I studied early childhood education, and so that was like my biggest tactic. And when I taught Christian school, it was like, very good. You said thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And it was just anytime they saw your face light up, like you said, that then they wanted to do it again. That's a good thing.
Right. And I think you're doing a great job when it comes to kids and the holidays and getting them to think right about the time of the year and what the meaning of Christmas is and such. Because I became a Christian after the boys were already. How old was Brian? He was in second grade.
He was older, yeah.
And Ricky, he was in first grade. And Brianna was still a baby. But the boys, we'd been parents for a while. So Christmas really was different then. I think that's when I had the idea that we have to give and give and give and get, get a big pile for each kid. Spend a lot of money. It's not big enough. More. And then I got saved and I became a Christian and I started looking at Christmas differently. And our parenting changed, or at least mine did. And then I started wanting to instill in them what the meaning of the holiday was. And that it's a total different focus. We focus on the Lord and get them to be thankful,
Yeah, I like what you did with the verses, with the Advent calendar. I thought that was a really good idea.
Absolutely. So I say all that just to say I think when I became a father, I had I had a mindset when it came to holidays like the world has, and I think, and then at a certain point, I started thinking of it more for what Christmas is. It's a time to think of our Lord. So my parenting changed, but and our kids went along for the ride. So.
Okay, last question. Another thing people really struggle with during the holiday season is busyness. It's one of my biggest questions that I've gotten these past few years is dealing with all of the busyness. And you guys with young kids, I know you've got to be running around doing lots of different things.
Yeah, all day.
So how do you plan to just balance your time?
I think we've tried to simplify our life over the last couple of years since we moved from the city. I was working a lot of jobs. I was working up to 4 jobs at one point. And so just in life in general, we were way too packed. Finances were horrible, and we sold our house, moved out of the city, got out to the country, got out of debt, and so we've just been working on in life in general and simplifying our life. And so I think between that, we have a lot more time to spend with our kids now, to where we're around them all the time.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
So maybe we went to the extreme to where we went from, at least me personally, where I was like barely around to where I'm around all the time now. So
in the holiday rush and craziness, I guess you could say we try not to focus on all the material things and just focus on like spending time as a family and making the most of it type thing. More of buying presents, trying to decorate your house, make it all fancy, focusing more on, you get to spend time with the family and different things like that.
Yeah, we don't live to impress, I guess, anymore. To keep up with the Joneses.
If you haven't seen our tree, it's in the background. That's one of the reasons why we put it up way early. Like, first of all, we do it on Halloween night because we don't do Halloween, and it's just something else that we started it years ago when the kids were young. That it was something to keep them entertained and busy on Halloween night. Yeah,
because we don't do Halloween. I wanted to do something fun with the kids, and they were little. So I thought, let's put up a Christmas tree, and everyone, they'd get excited.
But we also do it early to keep the busyness of the season down.
It
because,
is helpful.
Like you said,
it is helpful to get it out of the way. And then you can actually enjoy the time of the year.
So, side question, because you said something. You guys, you said you're out of debt now. Are you like completely like no mortgage, no nothing?
There's no real bills outside of just our...
well, we rent.
Yeah, we rent. So we sold our house. Our cars are paid off. Student loans are paid off. So it's down to just whatever our daily budget of just food is the only thing that we really pay for.
Food and rent, that's pretty much, and then the more chickens you buy.
Yeah, we do have to buy a lot of feed, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another reason why I picked 4 for my chicken number.
But we did a lot of chickens. We did the Red Rangers and Cornish Cross, and so we have those in the freezer, and we've got a ton of turkey in the freezer. So we've actually, I mean, we're getting that money back to us.
So we're getting, people are buying turkeys, and then we'll save the money that we would have spent on that from the store. So.
All right. Well, hey, this is just a little bit of information. Hopefully, it helps you guys to make good decisions for your holidays on your budget and spending your time and making sure you're spending time with your family. So, anyway, we want to thank White House on the Hill. Do you guys want to share where they can find more information about you?
Absolutely. We're at on YouTube. We're at White House on the Hill. We've got a website, same name, and then Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you search White House on the Hill, you'll find it. I think on Facebook and Twitter, it was taken, so I had to use White House on the, without the hill. And on Instagram, it's White House on the Hill. And that's where you find us. Come check us out.
They do have a video of me at the Homesteaders of America conference. It is not the most flattering video, but you guys can check it out. In fact, I'll probably link it up at the top over here, so if you guys want to take a peek at that. And then, of course, on the end card, if you just keep watching the video to the end, you guys, I'll have a link to their channel, so you can just click over and see their great videos. I really love their videos. They're super skilled at all of the video editing stuff that I'm totally not skilled at. And they have cute little boys. We've talked about them. You want to make sure you look at them and see how cute they are. And look at all the great stuff they do at their home. So go check them out. And hopefully they'll come back and do another little chat with us another time. So that's it. Yeah. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye!